Wow, wow! I was not expecting the amazing amount of feedback I received on the transfer video. Welcome back to Football Manager 2011, and we're into season 2. Hooray! Very quick note here. What fantastic feedback, guys! I was not expecting 130 plus comments to rack up on that video. I was expecting like 20 at the most. You know, it's about the average that we get. But I think we even managed to get that video onto something like number 60 on the most discussed list for like the day in gaming, which is the gaming category, which is amazing. There's like I was surrounded by the video had like 300, 400 views, and there's people around me with like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 views, and it was just unbelievable. Couldn't believe it. And I've listened to your feedback, and what I'm going to do is, you may notice the title will say Community Shield and Transfer Update. I am currently in August now. I've played about a week worth of August, and I have made some signings. And I have 1 month left. I'm going to go over the transfers that I've bought in, and then we're going to play the Community Shield game, which is against Burnley, like the traditional season curtain opener, whatever. What the fuck's that phrase? I've forgotten the phrase. Whatever. I was going to say it, and I've made myself sound like an idiot. Anyway, I'm going to mention the pre-season now. I'm just going to show you it very quickly, and then I'm going to go over the people I've brought in. So this is the pre-season. I'm not going to show any of the goals. I might do it at the start of the next video. We shall see. We won the Friendly Cup with a penalty win against Mainz, after beating Atletico Madrid 2-0. Well fought Atletico game there. We lost 3, once against Leverkusen, Palace and Borough. For these two, though, admittedly I was present for the Borough game. I was not present for these two. This was the last act. Hold on, are you going to see any players there? Hold on. Never mind. This was the last act for Sammy Lee. I decided after this to terminate his contract. I was sick of his tactics, I was sick of his man management, and I got rid of him. And instead, for this game, I brought in Gary McAllister. Unfortunately, he lost as well. But that was a bit of a shame. But I brought him in, and he's now my assistant manager. I listened to all your suggestions, and I'd like to thank everyone for them. Straight away, I'd like just to say that I really listened, and I researched all the other day. I researched them all. I don't know if you could hear me getting paper out there, but which on that note, by the way, I'm going to be getting a new microphone very soon, probably within the next hopefully week or so. Hopefully, so I say fingers crossed. But yeah, what I've done is I'm going to very quickly go over the transfers. Now, there was players that came up very, very often, very common. Very common names. Hulk was very common. Lavezzi, Contrao, Crescito, Cardalech, Farfan, Suarez, all were very common. And what I'm going to do, I've saved very highlightable articles here to take you through very quickly. So as you know, right at the end, we signed Eden Hazard in July. Jefferson Farfan was my first choice for left back after all that we saw, and unfortunately, Man City snapped him up right as I was about to go get him. Very, very annoying, but Farfan snapped up right away by City. Couldn't do anything about that. So what I did was went to the next one. The one that I fancied the most was in fact Lucas Digne, the 17. I think he's 18 now. Actually, he's only literally just turned 18 like a couple of weeks ago. Oops days. And I got him from Lille for 5.5 million. Very impressed with that. He's only 18. He's certainly one for the future, and he's probably going to force his way into the first team straight away. So that's my left back thing sorted. Also, I can still rotate that even with Aurelio and Konchesky now. I've got very good players for that. Not saying Konchesky's a bad player. I just think I'm probably going to get rid of him if I can. But I'll keep him there if I can't. Lavezzi. Now, I did go for Lavezzi. Of course, Sam 5000's love child. Unfortunately, I actually bid £16 million, and they did not want it at all. So he then went ahead and signed a new deal with Napoli, which is kind of annoying. Now, I've seen this. We signed Eden Hazard. His brother was also quite a common name, Torgan Hazard. His brother was a very common name there, and I went in for him. Unfortunately, Lons rejected my bid and accepted United's bid. I think mine was slightly cheaper, though. I think I didn't bid as much for them. And they have bought Torgan Hazard for just over £4 million. So we have Liverpool owning Eden Hazard and Man United owning the other one. So when we play each other at Old Trafford, it's going to be an amazing game. I can't wait for it. Now, Luis Suarez, he was another one. I did bid for him, and as you can see, the offer was accepted. However, get to that in a moment, I went to offer him a contract. He wanted £700,000 a month. Now, I know we have a lot of money now, but that's still ludicrous. That's insane. £700,000 a month. I was not paying that. I've got Fernando Torres, remember. If I didn't have Torres, I'd say, fine, get him. But I've got Torres. I don't need him. I'm not paying that much for Suarez, so forget it. Falcao was also a common name. Now, this was confirmed that I really was going to go in for him after I sent one of my scouts, Fries Hansen here, to the Copa America, and numerous times he came back saying Falcao was the standout performer for Colombia. Unfortunately, Roma went on ahead and signed Suarez, so he's gone to Roma. I'll get back to Lukaku in a moment. Oops, you didn't see anything. Porto wanted nearly 20 million for Falcao. I am not buying him for that amount of money again because I've got Fernando Torres. Same with Lukaku. I am not spending £17 million on Roman Lukaku, or whatever the fuck you pronounce his name. Again, I know he's a quality player, and I know he's going to grow up into a quality player. But I didn't want to blow on my transfer budget on that. At this point, I think I had like 25, 6, 7, 8 million left, and I didn't want to blow almost all of it on Lukaku when, again, I've said I've got Torres. So what I did instead, I brought someone of similar age, Andy Carroll. So yeah, I've signed Andy Carroll for Liverpool. Very interesting. Although maybe he's not as good as he perhaps will or is on the patch, he's still quality. I bought him for just under 8 million, 7.75 million. What happened here was I put a bid in of like 4 million for him, and they rejected it. And the thing that alerted me to him originally was he rejected a new deal from Newcastle, and I thought, bingo, let's go for him. So then they rejected the initial bid. I then put a bid in a bit more, steeped it up a bit more to 7 million, and they said you can have him for 7.75 million. I was like, okay. So I don't know what the difference is, but I brought him in, and he is now wearing the number 11 shirt with Fernando Torres taking up the number 9. And speaking of Torres, brought Carroll in just due time, as Fernando Torres hurt himself in training, and he is now out for 3 to 4 months. I think it is 3 months, and that was in July, so he's going to be out until probably about October, November. Very, very frustrating. So that's the team. I am still going to be looking for... by the way, I've also brought in the youth team, which we'll get on to in a moment, but I'll tell you about the youth in a moment. So that's the team. I am now going to be on the lookout for young players. Now, when I say young players, I mean really young players, people to bring in the youth team. People like, I think Lee Griffiths is another one. There's a guy who always comments on my videos. I've forgotten your name, because I'm crap with names, as you all know. But there's a guy who always comments, says, get Lee Griffiths. I am going to go for him once I get back up to speed again. I've stopped playing for a couple of days since, obviously, I didn't want to play the Community Shield off camera. I wanted to do a live commentary for this, but I better get onto it. I'm going to pick the team, and then I'm going to show you my first team for the Community Shield against Burnley. So I'll be right back. Hey everyone, welcome back. So here we go, at Wembley. This is the first game, as you all know. Now, this is the team. Carroll and Hazard, very new starting front there. Kalou retaining his left side. Steven Gerrard was mightily impressive on the right hand side in pre-season, and I've decided to keep him there. Lucas, obviously holding midfielder, and Digne also starts, so to throw all the new lads in. But to say Gerrard was exceptionally impressive during pre-season on that side, really getting forward, really doing his job, and he seemed to be even more effective in that role than he was in the centre. So I decided to just keep him there for now. Let's see how he does against Burnley. Now, Burnley, remember, are Premier League opposition again. They got promoted. So I'm going to ask my assistant here. As you can see, he does not at any stage say hard tackling. Now, I'm not saying don't do it, but because I'm not saying it's always about tactic, but I'm going to say I wouldn't mind if he said it on perhaps 1 or 2 players. But Sammy Lee, as I say, did it on every bloody player, and it was so bloody annoying. Let's do the supporters for the change. Let's do that. I should also point out David Amu is also on the bench. Andre Wisdom, another kid who I have very, very high hopes for, was exceptionally good in pre-season as well. He was excellent. Very, very solid. Centre-back, he's going to, even in real life, I can tell you he's going to be an awesome, awesome centre-back. So, here we go. And I've also need to change the highlights to key. Speed up slightly. Hold on, let me just sort my settings out. I was skipping ahead in pre-season. Anyway, here we go. And there's a goal straight away, and there's Daniel Agger inside 3 minutes. And, well, there you go. Right away, Steven Gerrard on the corner. See, I told you he plays well. um, well, what can I say? Forget Hazard, forget Carroll, we've got Agger. That's not the first goal of the season, obviously, but I don't know, this would count technically as a friendly. It's just a friendly, isn't it? Yeah, it really is. Because we've had our good portion of friendlies now, there's nothing sorry, I nearly broke that. It's not too over the top, I don't know what would the term be. Extortionate, I think the term would be, couldn't they? To go mental. But here's Andy Carroll, who actually had a pretty poor pre-season. He was very sluggish, didn't do too much, and as you can see, the game's been a bit laggy, a bit slow at the moment. Not too sure why. Whereas Steven Gerrard in good position, he's just offside. As you can see straight away, he's getting into much better position straight away. He's clearly, he's given Burnley a bit of a run for the money there. But Carroll, as you can see, it's only good to when Carroll has a flick-on play, only when you can get the ball to him. But here's your first sight of Hazard as well. He's picked up the number 7 shirt, by the way. Last previously inhabited by it was Suso, believe it or not. But this time it's Hazard. But Kalu wins the corner. Yeah, by the way, yes, Suso, for those who didn't know, Suso was number 7 in this game last year for some reason. I don't know why. But there's another corner, and Carragher was coming in round the back there. Very nearly. Another goal for him. He scored in pre-season, by the way. Just to let you know, a legitimate goal as well, from the corner. He slid in, and I will show you maybe 1 or 2 highlights of goals when we in the next game. Because what I don't want to do is make a half-hour video, because it'll just rape my computer and it'll rape my internet. It's quite annoying when you're trying to do these videos. But here we go. Burnley with a chance, nothing of it. Sorry, I'm kind of doing 2 things at once at the moment for some reason. I'm actually trying to use Twitter as well at the same time. I want to see how possible it is. I'm trying to improve my multitasking skills. See what happens. I'm on my little iPod doing Twitter as well. But trying to watch the game as well. I do this all the time when I'm watching live games on Twitter. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about anyway. Here's Digne now going up against Louvre, 2 Frenchies there. I think Digne is French. I assume he's French anyway. I think he is. Obviously now, I don't know whether Burnley are going to go full pelt for this, go and really try hard. I mean, it's the Community Shield, of course you're going to try hard. I mean, I have to assume they are anyway. Cully puts a good ball in, and it's just come off the bar. I think it was Gerrard. Goes attacking. So that's just a course of the game played, and you can see we're dominating, and we still retain the lead with a 3rd minute Daniel Agger own goal. Own goal. Own goal. I haven't commentated in a few days. See, this is what happens. A Daniel Agger goal in the 3rd minute from the corner. Dear Lord. Anyway, I'm gonna put iPod down. That's not doing me very good. Here's Hazard's corner. Fuck's sake! This is like a big blooper session. Free kick. Right, I am totally focused on it now. I am not looking at Twitter. So there we go. I think we're going into half time. Yes, we do. Okay, so we lead 1-0 in the Community Shield at Wembley. And we're not doing too badly. And all the conditions are fine. Yeah, they seem all excellent. So let's play. I'm not going to make any subs yet. Of course, it is only 3 subs. With obviously being a competitive friendly, I suppose. If that makes any sense. Gerrard's corner. Nothing come of it. Carragher, have you noticed, does come near the ball every time almost. If you see that, he's come in sliding every time. I don't know if that's something to do with McAllister or something. I don't know whether he's told him to do something like that in training. I don't know, but I certainly haven't told him to do anything. Oh, I thought Hazard may have a shot then. I was waiting for him to sort of open up a bit, but nothing. There he goes. There's a shot. Not the greatest shot in the world. But he scored in pre-season as well, by the way. He only scored 1, but it was a very good goal. Kind of turns on the ball and just banana slice it in. Very good goal. I can't remember who it was against. I think it was Tranmere or someone. I do all the locals. Anyway, let's pick a team. I hate this. It does this thing where you go to the selection screen here and there's no players. It's very frustrating. Put Morales on. So going to put David Amu on. Take Gerrard off, and we are going to. Actually, I'll leave that for now because I have full faith in David Amu. Say he's an excellent player. Very impressive. Actually, I was on Twitter the other day, speaking of Twitter, and we were talking about some of the players there. Unfortunately, Ngog, I mentioned Ngog, even though he's actually not on the game anymore. He's not on the Liverpool team anymore. But we have players. We have Ngog, and we have another player called Ngu. That's his name. It's Ngog, but without the J, the G, sorry, and not the O at the extra O. Seriously, Mike. I think his name's Michael Ngu, and that's hysterical. And Burnley going to score. Fuck's sake. Well, we've had chances, but and he scored on his debut. Is it really a competitive debut, really? And as you can see, Burnley again showing a great deal of tenacity, just as they did in the FA Cup. Very frustrating. You see, we've had 12 chances. I mean, we have dominated them, and that was the first real chance of theirs. And I think it may go to penalties unless Hazard puts in a good corner. Nope. Can't get anything from that. I could put an extra. Come on, put a better ball in this time. Nothing again. Still can't win it. I just thought for a split second Aga might just hit that. He's already scored. He might have that bit of momentum. Might take him there. I'll put another sub on then. I'll put Danny Pacheco. I'll take Carroll off again. He's not done that great. Frustrating as hell, but I'll put Pacheco on. He hasn't done a lot, Carroll. Oh, hang on. Oh, and Doc Kalu was coming in at the back post nearly for an 80-90 minute winner. And Digne's ball can't find anyone. He's got a check and jump at it though, but he's give it to Hazard. Still passing it round. He's got a good eye for a pass. There's Hazard. He knows what he's to do with it. And Digne, unfortunately, hasn't. Finally finds a Burnley play, but Morelos, good tackle. See, they're putting the pressure on the ball constantly. It's good attacking, pressing play from Liverpool here. Digne again. Oh God, if that was against anyone else, if that were against Rooney or Drogba or someone, he'd be murdered. That's why I think he's certainly off the future, but I think I'd rather bank him now. Bank him some time, experience, and all that, and in the smaller games, and then still play maybe Aurelio and Kacheski, etc. During the bigger games. And I think that player just ran. Who was that? Just legged it over there. And Pacheco's not going to do anything. And once again, we have yet another penalty shootout. Christ. Okay, I'm not going to do anything this time. Hazard, obviously. Morelos, is he taking one? No, he's not. Let's see what else we got. Gerrard, of course, is not on the field. Lucas, Carragher, Digne. I think that'll be okay. Okay, so once again, another penalty shootout. But it's at the end that we like. Though it is at the end we like. So here we go. Salomon Kalou. First penalty, goal. And we are doing a live contest penalty, of course. Here's Carlisle, of course, who appeared on Question Time one time, I remember. Very strange thing a footballer on a political show, but I don't know what the hell he was doing there, but I was freaked out. And it looks like he just squeezed it under. Aga, very prominent penalty taker in almost all penalty shootouts he's been in. He's put them away except the Europa League final. He also scored in the penalty shootout in the Friendly Cup, and he scored here just about getting it over. Who is the goalkeeper, by the way? I can't see that. Oh well, never mind. Here's Andre Biquet. Seems to have played for about 20,000 different clubs. Oh, and Reina was going that way, but he stopped. Oh, and he scored, so it's 2-2. Here's Eden Hazard. So it is their goalkeeper, by the way. Didn't have to sign anyone. Grant. Oh, okay, I think I know who that is. Here's Eden Hazard, though. His first action for Liverpool. Real proper action. Good penalty from Hazard. And the keeper didn't move. And here's the goal scorer. Here's Elm. Too sure about that, but here we go. Now, what can Reina do here? He can't save it. It's 3-3. Here's Raul Morelos now with the penalty. So no penalty saves so far. I'm not going to go ballistic like I usually do with penalties. I say it is only the Community Shield. Not that much of a run from Morelos, but it doesn't matter. He's put it away. Now, Louvre. Reina has to do something. He has to get it. He's come close to them numerous times. But can he save this one? Yes. Oh, no, he can't. I thought he had. Sort of went through him. Now, Luke Slaver. Ooh, if this were a few years ago, I'd be shiting myself right now. But I have a bit more faith in him this time, though. And yes, he scored just about. Again, the keeper goes the right way. And this really we're now into sudden death, so no one's missed the penalty. Excuse me. McDonald misses this. We win. And he has! There it is. We win. We win yet another penalty shootout. And we win the Community Shield. There we go. There you go. There you go. That's it. Community Shield against Burnley. So we win on penalties. Yet another trophy we win on penalties. I think we've never won a trophy legitimately 90 minutes. I think we've won them all in penalties. Continues Liverpool tradition, really. Excellent. Yeah. So there you go. Hazard makes Liverpool debut. 7.5 million. Andy Carroll and Lucas Digne unfortunately didn't have didn't have a particularly great game. But there you go. That's the Community Shield, and we now go to Chelsea in a week's time. I'm going to stop this now because I think this has gone on for probably a little bit too long. Aha, here we go. They are going to take Incheski on loan. Yes, I agree. I'm just going to see Barcelona are going in for Lukaku. Really? 12 million? They've accepted that? Oh, that's a bit gay. I'm just going to see Everton have signed Matthew Etherington. That's pretty interesting. And with that, I'm going to leave you. So, hope you enjoyed this. Another trophy win. Community Shield. Next game. First game of the season then. Against Chelsea at Anfield. Fucking Chelsea, yet again. I swear to God. See you next time.